Okay, the purpose of this video is to clarify a previous video I did probably 3 years ago, maybe back in 2014.
And that's where we're set. Alright, I'm going to come over here and hit cycle start and execute the G code there. And we hit cycle start. The motor's now moving to...
So that video was done back in 2014, and I don't believe I clarified how I really went about doing any of it, so that's what I'm intending to do right now with this video is to basically, if I can find the right files here for everybody, to show exactly how I went about making MACH3 CNC software control this 2 kilowatt AC servo motor with the 2 kilowatt China servo motor AC servo drive. And that was purchased from Sale CNC. I don't know if you can see it or not, but salecnc.com. And that is basically what you get with your purchase. So I purchased a 2 kilowatt servo motor and AC amplifier, and it comes with the cables. So we have an encoder cable, we have a motor power cable, it comes with documentation, and with all that I watched a couple videos on YouTube and proceeded to hook it up. Now these are all the things that you have to make this all function. So let me just put this up on full screen and kind of go over it. Okay, so you've got your China servo amplifier that I purchased from Sale CNC. You have the 2 kilowatt AC servo motor and encoder, and you have the USB smooth stepper board. That's what I use. They also have an Ethernet smooth stepper board. I used the USB in the video, which is this one here. And that basically gives you a USB port that you can plug directly into your laptop, and 2 parallel ports that I have port 1 plugged into the ribbon, connected to a multifunction optical isolation board. It requires a 24 volt DC power supply to power that board, and those signals are processed through the USB smooth stepper board, and the commands are downloaded from the MACH3 software. So the USB smooth stepper board takes over doing all the hard work of sending the pulses up to 4 megahertz. So that's what, 4 million pulses per second max, which will allow you to run a high-speed servo motor. The USB cable plugs into the USB port of the smooth stepper board, and of course that in turn plugs into the laptop, PC, or desktop, whatever you want to use. I was using my laptop. So that's the setup there. You got the servo amplifier, the motor, the encoder, the USB smooth stepper board, the multifunction optical isolation board, the 24 volt DC power supply, and of course a shielded USB printer cable, basically, is what that is. Alright, and this is the basic wire connections. So on CN2, located on the servo amplifier, this is CN2 here with the 25 DB25 male pin out. I don't know, it's kind of hard to read, but that's CN2. CN1 is for the encoder connection, and I've got some video that'll go over that too after this one. So this is how it's wired up from the multifunction optical isolation board, which is this device here. We're essentially going to connect up 5 wire connections. and they are as follows. First of all, we have to provide 5 volts DC to positive sign, pin number 19 on the CN2 servo amplifier, and 5 volts DC to pin number 18, positive pulse. So both of those come off of this connection here, and they're clearly labeled on the board 5 volts. Then pin number 2, which will be assigned to the MACH software, is going to be wired to pin number 6, which is your negative pulse signal, and pin number 3 is wired to pin number 7 on the AC servo drive amplifier, which is your negative sign signal. So that's it. And the last connection is analog ground, and that's that AGND, analog ground, connects to pin number 25 on the AC servo drive. So CN2 represents the AC servo amplifier, which is this device, and there's the model number. It's a model SD MTD, but any servo amplifier that will accept sine and pulse signals, 5 volts, I'm told will work with the MACH software, providing that you do have a good quality pulse train generator. Thus, I'm using the Warp 9 Tech Design USB smooth stepper board, which is this device here. It just doesn't work to directly connect up to a parallel port on a desktop and then go to the isolation board and try to run the servo drive. I've already tried it. The pulse trains aren't fast enough or clean enough. But you connect up the smooth stepper board and it works fantastic. Okay, so let's pull that wiring diagram up one more time. So we're only using, we're wiring to 4 points. We actually have 5 wires, more or less, 2 of which are 5 volts DC to pin number 18 and 19. And then we have the MACH configuration. Pin number 2 ties to pin 6 on the servo amp. Pin 3 ties to number 7 pin on the servo amplifier CN2. That's it. Then we have to configure that in the MACH software. And this is my configuration. So I only had one servo drive motor. So I just enabled one axis, which in this case was X. I assigned pin 2 and 3, 2 for step, 3 for direction. Actually, if you switch them, the motor will run the opposite direction when you pulse to it. So your forward and reverse would be swapped. That's the only thing that would be different. That's a software changeable issue, forward and reverse. You do have to check your direction active low and your step active low, and of course sign the correct port number for your step and direction. In this case, I'm using port number 1 because port number 1 is this port on my USB stepper board. This is port 2 over here, and I've got nothing on it. So I'm sending pulses from the MACH3 software to this smooth stepper board through the optical isolation board, which is simply light emitting diodes that turn a signal a photocell on and off. So you have no physical wire connection between the higher voltage servo amplifier and your laptop. So it's protecting the low voltage circuits from the high voltage circuits, basically. And that board is powered with a 24 volt power supply. And that's about it for the basic layout. And I don't think I explained any part of that in my first video, and I apologize for that. I'm just now getting around to finding all my older images and clarifying that. So hopefully that'll clear up some things and answer some questions. And there again, you're going to go to Warp 9 Tech Design is where you'll pick up your smooth stepper boards. That's one place. That's the best place in my opinion, and you'll get your software and drivers for the MACH3 software to configure that smooth stepper board to work with your MACH3 software. And there's plenty of help and instructions right here to get in tune with that. Anyway, I hope that cleared some things up about the previous video that I put up on YouTube. Thanks for watching.